Trump's return sparks fears for LGBTQ plus rights as agenda. 47 targets trans protections. As the reality of President-elect Donald Trump's victory begins to settle, LGBTQ plus rights groups and individuals are grappling with the realities of what that means, especially now that he has a GOP-majority Senate to back him on his policies. Throughout his campaign, Trump showcased an anti-trans rhetoric across his speeches, ads, and written platform policies. One of his advertisements stated that his Democratic opponent, Vice President Kamala Harris, is for they, them, not you. Republicans spent nearly $215 million on anti-trans ads this election cycle, according to data released by Ad Impact. Trump's inflammatory words against LGBTQ plus Americans, most notably aimed at trans persons, is not new. In his first term as president, Trump put forth several policies that attempted to repeal protections for LGBTQ plus Americans. Now that he has won a second term, LGBTQ plus Americans are wondering what policies are most likely to affect their rights once he returns to the White House in January. On Trump's official website, he outlines a 20-point platform, his roadmap to Make America Great Again, called Agenda 47. There, he states his priorities to roll back LGBTQ plus rights, including his plans to keep men out of women's sports, targeting the small number of trans women who choose to join teams that match their gender identity, and cut federal funding for any school pushing radical gender ideology. Beyond that, through his speeches, Trump has laid out his plans to roll back particular President Joe Biden-era discrimination laws and enact new laws targeting especially trans individuals. During Trump's first term in office, he formally instructed the Department of Defense to reverse a 2016 order allowing transgender individuals to serve openly in the military, something he blamed on the cost of gender-affirming surgeries. The policy immediately triggered a slew of lawsuits against the administration. In the past few years, there have been a number of state-led initiatives to ban gender-affirming care for transgender and gender non-conforming minors. In August, the Human Rights Campaign reported there were 26 states with a ban or policy against gender-affirming care for minors, and that 39% of transgender youth lived in states that have passed bans on gender-affirming care. Trump has expressed that his administration would follow the lead of these states and attempt to halt gender-affirming medical care for adolescents nationwide, particularly by threatening to deny federal funding for hospitals that provide this care. This would make it incredibly hard for youth with gender dysphoria to access what many doctors and psychiatrists consider life-saving care. As the nation prepares for this new chapter, LGBTQ plus Americans and allies remain vigilant, bracing for the potential impact on rights and protections in the coming years.